Aaron will help us answer those questions. All right, I told you I had kind of a surprise here, and I'm gonna tell you what this is. This is from 23andMe. HSN is now partnering with 23andMe. What is 23andMe? It's that way to find out more about who you are, what you are, and maybe why you are. But I want you to see a testimonial from one of the 23andMe customers and how it changed her life.
I always knew I was adopted, and I've had a wonderful life, but there's a piece that's not complete. I've been searching for my birth family for about 40 years. I finally just gave up. You know, I'm just gonna go to my grave not knowing who I am. I opened my email and 23andMe had identified a half-nephew, who's his mom, a half-sister. I'm excited. I'm gonna finally meet my siblings.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
Hello?
One is wanted a big sister.
Hopefully now we can make up for all those years that we were not together. All of my life, I've known nothing. Now I know.
That's just beautiful, getting to tell your story. This is a little personal for me. I'm so excited HSN is doing this partnership because I don't really know my family, my extended family at all. I lost my father in 2012, and I feel like I've just lost that whole side, and I don't really know anything. I feel kind of lost. Maybe I can start piecing those puzzle pieces together a little bit, get a little more information from 23andMe. How does it work? Well, just by your DNA, you can find out those little puzzle pieces about yourself. 23andMe is gonna tell you where in the world your DNA comes from. In this little kit with just a little bit of your saliva, it's about half a teaspoon. You're gonna put it in the container that it comes with, you're gonna ship it back, and in about 6 to 8 weeks, you're gonna be able to log online and find out some valuable information about yourself. As I said, who you are, what you are, and maybe even why you are the way you are. Now, let me show you what you're gonna get and the value you're getting today. So you get to choose between the single pack or the double pack. Let's talk about the single first of all. So this is the box you're gonna get, and you're gonna wanna keep this because you're gonna use this to ship back in. If you go to the 23andMe website right now, I advise that you do, and I want you to look at the health and ancestry service, because this is the one we're giving you. That's $199 on their website. We're doing it for $149. You're getting $50 right off the top, right? This is health and ancestry. Now, here's what's exclusive to HSN. We're putting together a 2-pack. Maybe you and your spouse, you and your partner, you and your best friend want to do this together. You want to share and explore and discover together. So right over here, we've set up what's the 2-pack's gonna look like. Now again, on the 23andMe website, each of these is $199, so they're about $200 each, be $400 for this, which for that information, I think is valuable, is a great value. But here, we're doing it for $249 for the 2-pack. So you're saving $150 just by shopping here at HSN. You can also get those on 5 flexible payments. If you take a quick look at your screen, you're gonna see just how easy it is. I know some of the science kind of goes over our head a little bit, it goes over mine, but your job and what you're gonna do could not be easier. A little bit of your saliva in the container, you ship it back in 6 to 8 weeks, and it's not like they're mailing you a piece of paper in the mail that, oh my God, is it gonna get lost? Where is it? Nope. You're gonna be able to check it out online. And one more thing I wanna tell you, I wanna make sure you hear before I bring in our guest, this is not a one and done type thing. You're not getting it for $150, sending it in, and they send you your results one time and that's it, it's over. As their algorithms improve, right? As their technology improves, as they update, your results get updated. So you can check back and check on your results. As their technology updates, your results update as well. So it's not one and done, right? You are involved. And I also know what you're thinking, and I'm gonna address it right at the top with our guest, is the privacy behind it. Because yeah, this stuff is personal. This is our DNA. They have a great privacy protocol set up. You can opt into certain things, you can opt out of certain things. But you hear me say this year 2 things. You hear me say knowledge is power, yeah, right? Let's learn what our bodies are doing. Let's know more about ourselves. And 2, invest in you this year. Invest in yourself. I don't know if there's a better, more specific way than learning your unique story through 23andMe. All right, let's bring in our guest from 23andMe, Juliana Cintron. Good morning, Juliana. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Good morning, Ty. How are you?
We're doing great. You and I spoke on the phone yesterday, and I told you about how this is personal to me. Now that I have kids, I want to pass on that information, that legacy, that story. And I don't know anything about my story at all. There's that kind of curiosity, but also we know how our genes affect kind of our health predisposition. Maybe we can make better decisions.
Definitely. Yeah, so first I want to tell you what 23andMe is. It's a genetic testing service that provides you with over 150 personalized genetic reports about your ancestry, but also your health. We were founded in 2006 by Ann Wojcicki with the mission to give people access to help them understand, but also benefit from the human genome. And we've created an easy and affordable way for us to fulfill this mission.
Yeah, you know, you say affordable, and you and I were talking, what did you tell me about when you guys started this in 2007, right? That this service was about $1,000, and a lot of people jumped on then. I get it. A lot of people jumped on then. You can do it now in the privacy of your own home for $149.99. Juliana, let's talk about privacy for a minute, and then we can get into all kind of the fun stuff. What is kind of the privacy policy? How safe am I?
Yeah, so obviously this is your genetic data. Your privacy is a top priority for 23andMe. We follow best industry practices. You are in charge of your information. You share what you're comfortable with. With regards to our research, you opt in to research, and if you choose not to, you're not going to not get the same reports as someone who does. So it's all about your control. You're in control of your DNA. You're in control of how much you share.
Yeah, and it's your story. It's your unique story to share if you want. Maybe you're trying to fill in that family tree, right? Maybe you're trying to find other family members. There's that, again, this is health and ancestry, right? It will connect you to the other 10 million people in the program if there is a match. Now, maybe we can talk a little bit about what we're gonna do. So we're excited, we get this home, we open up the box, our journey, our discovery is beginning. What should we do?
Sure. So I have it right here. This is exactly what you'll get in the mail. Like you mentioned earlier, it's important that you don't throw this box away. It contains the prepaid shipping label on the back for you to send it back to our lab. This is what you get. You're going to spit into this tube. It's about 2 milliliters of saliva, or about half a teaspoon. There's a buffer solution on top that you're going to release. That's going to stabilize your DNA while in transit to the lab. You send it back to our laboratory, and in about 6 to 8 weeks, you'll receive your results in your secure online account.
That's amazing. Okay, secure online account. So I'm not waiting for something in the mail. Like maybe if I moved in that 6 to 8 weeks, or I have a different address, I can look at it online. That's fantastic. I want to make sure people know that you can check it. You can check it out online, and it's unique to you. That discovery of kind of where in the world is my DNA from. Now, Juliana, will you also maybe explain to us a little bit? And maybe this is a kind of a silly question, but how far back are we talking? Like, you know, is it going to tell me kind of where my grandmother was from, or my great-grandmother? How far back are we going?
No, that's a great question. So our ancestry goes back about 5 to 10 generations, or about 500 years, with our ancestry composition report. We also have haplogroup reports that go back hundreds of thousands of years. That's going to be your ancient ancestry.
That's incredible, 5 to 10 generations. Okay, if you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, you're like, what is all that data? What am I looking at here? I think we're actually looking at a result. This is what it is gonna look like. It's kind of what your results are gonna look at on this big, beautiful 15-inch screen, which is coming up a little bit later. So when you log on to your account, this is what's gonna look at. Juliana, another thing, I said earlier in the show, I'm a little tech shy. When I start hearing about tech stuff, I'm like, oh no, am I gonna be able to do it? Easy to read reports, right? Easy to understand. Maybe you can tell us how you guys have set this up to make it easy to read, easy to understand.
Yeah, so I'll show you here on my tablet. The cool thing is that it's also available through the App Store. You can download it on iOS or Android, but it's as easy as looking at it through your mobile device or your tablet. So this is what my Ancestry reports look like. The way that we assign percentages is by your genetic similarity to our 45 reference populations. And then we're also looking at where your ancestors may have lived within the last 200 years. So there's two different kind of results that you'll get. For me, it was really cool to see in my results exactly what towns both my parents are from. My dad's from Puerto Rico, and it says right there the town that his family comes from. Same thing with my mom. My mom's from Colombia, and literally down to the town that she was born in, which is so awesome.
I just love that.
And that's what you're seeing right now.
I love that. This technology is not only right at our fingertips, but it's affordable to know about you. And like I said earlier, maybe it's just curiosity. Maybe it's that nagging curiosity. Listen, I said I don't know my family, but growing up, I remember certain things. I remember my mother saying that her grandmother on her mother's side only spoke French. Right? I'm like, wait, that must be part of me. And on her father's side, her grandfather was full-blooded Native American. It was either Cherokee or Choctaw. And I'm thinking, oh, that's part of me too. But I don't know. Where else am I going to find that but through 23andMe? And if you're just joining us, I want you to look at your screen because you're going to see two different prices. $149.99, that's for this single pack, which if you go to the 23andMe website, that's $199. You're saving $50. Or you can get a 2-pack. Share this. Do this with someone, with your friend, with your partner. $249 is for the 2-pack. Again, these are $200 each on the website. That's $400. You're saving $150 if you go with the 2-pack, and you can get that on FlexPay. You can see that right there at the bottom. For the single, it'll be $30. For the 2-pack, it'll be $50. Juliana, I love the idea of sharing this with someone. Is it your best friend that people said growing up, you guys look just alike? You guys look a lot alike. Yeah, there's some going on. Or maybe it's your spouse and you want to kind of put some of those puzzle pieces together for your kids and pass that legacy on. Isn't that a lovely thing to do with someone as well?
Yeah, definitely. So actually a personal story, that exact thing happened to me growing up. My high school best friend and I would always hear from teachers that we looked alike. They'd ask us if we were related. And then I gifted her a 23andMe kit for her birthday one year. And when we connected through the share and compare feature that we offer, we actually found out that we're fourth cousins. So, I mean, that was just wild. And yeah, it's something that you can do with your family, with your friends. Now that we're looking for things to do while at home, maybe you host a virtual party where everyone gets their 23andMe kits done and you compare your results.
Oh, I love that. I think you don't know what you're going to discover. And we're talking about you. We're talking about you unique. Yeah. Listen, we sell a lot of great things here at HSN. And it's for people who kind of are into the same things. There's a great computer coming up, and a lot of people are going to grab that, and they're going to love it. But what about something that is going to be specifically for you, unique to you and your story that then you can share? You can fill in that family tree, right? The ancestry side of it, or just know more information. Knowledge is power. The more informed we are, we know, Juliana, I think we know, maybe you'll back me up on this, but how our genes affect our health. There's a predisposition to what we have, right? And it affects so maybe it's just making more informed decisions through the results we get from 23andMe. Maybe that's what we're doing at the beginning of the year.
Yes. So we don't just offer the ancestry reports, we also offer health reports. And we have 4 different categories. Our health predispositions can tell you how your genes can influence your health. Our carrier status reports, if you're family planning, can tell you if you're going to pass on certain conditions to your kids. Our traits reports tell you what makes you unique, how your genes can influence things like your hair color, your hair texture, your eye color. And then our wellness reports can tell you how your genes influence your lifestyle. I
love that. Yeah, so I don't mean to interrupt, but I love that we have up right there. If you're shopping with me at home, take a quick look. I love that. Sorry, go ahead, Juliana.
No, I was just going to say, so this right here, these are my traits reports. As you can see, 44% chance of dark brown hair. Now, there are instances where these aren't going to match up exactly. That's the beauty of genetics and DNA, right? It's random inheritance. So I could have had light hair, but for me, it does hold true. I do have dark hair.
Yeah, I'd love to know where my giant nose comes from because it is right there for everyone to see. I don't know, no one else in my family. I'm like, where did that, what am I doing? What am I? That would be great. It's
so
like,
that's not,
this is
not
where
a
your nose.
report that, yeah, that's not a report that we have yet. But like you mentioned earlier, as
Right.
we get more reports, as our algorithms update, as our research expands, we're going to be able to update your results with new reports. So it's important to keep checking your online account.
Just amazing. You get it home, a little bit of your saliva, you mail it back 6 to 8 weeks, you log on, and there's like this treasure chest of information. That is going to be.
Keeps on giving.
That's right. And look, real quickly, look at your screen. If you're just joining me, this is how it works. You're going to order it, right? You're going to register it. You spit into the little cup. You spit and ship. That's it. And then you're going to have all of that information. You're going to learn about you, and you're going to be able to pass it on. Juliana, thank you so much for being here this morning. It's so exciting. I'm so grateful for HSN and 23andMe partnering up together.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll see you again soon.
Take care.
All right, so that you'll see your item number right now. That's what happens when